Hey guys, okay, so I'm here to say that this is the revelation that we are experiencing. It's not a pandemic. Yes, it is a pandemic, but really it's the return of Jesus Christ. And what people have not been aware of, they are aware of now. And I wanted you all to get some attention from me so that you will be educated about what's really happening. Jesus said that he would return to save his children, but when he comes to save his children, he's coming to give the gospel to save the other people who have been living their life wrongly, and whatever they thought was the normal was no longer the normal, and God is here to restore the system, take out the system, and restore a new order so that people can live happily. Now that's positive and that's really good. You know, the Bible had indicated and it was rewritten, but it was rewritten in ways to for a lot of people to be scared. But it's not to for you to be scared to think negative for the future. It was for because it's all written by another person. So however they were feeling as they were interpreting the words, their emotions came out along with that gospel. But if you know what makes you feel good, you keep that within you. And anything that makes you feel bad and makes you feel terrified and scared, you try not to think about that. But you do think about it sometimes in order to keep you, focused and remember about what was important to you and what caught your eye. Now, Jesus said he would come back and take his children and support them by protecting them and providing a new world for them to live in. Now, some people are actually going to be hiding a lot of things, and unfortunately, if you want to turn your life around and you don't want to expose anything else, yes, you would eventually hide some things or stop doing some things. Some people are in the middle of continuing to feel comfortable by starting drama, causing harm, making other people feel bad about themselves, and making people feel embarrassed about something that the world had glorified that they should feel comfortable about. And I really want to let you know that either you act a certain way on the outside or you act a certain way on the inside. Either way, God knows how you feel and he knows the type of person that you truly are. So when Jesus was set to come back, he knows the intent of people's hearts because he had died on the cross for our sins. So Jesus would be sitting on the right hand side of man. So he know that is just a metaphor for saying he's on the other side of you. So if you are on the left side and he's on the right side of you, he knows if you are emotional. He knows if you are emotionless. He knows if you're ready for something, if you're not ready for something. He knows everything about you. So Jesus is here now, and it's not to scare anybody, but it is to get your order and your attention so that you can change your life, because this is going to be a new world order, and everyone who enjoys harming people will no longer be here. You can't enjoy harming someone and expect to be loved by many people. Some people may love you, but you can't expect to be loved by many people if you enjoy harming other people. And if you are loved by many people, you are loved by people who are just like you. And they also find it entertaining and enjoying to harm someone else. And believe it or not, some people don't find it enjoying, but they find it entertaining and they wouldn't harm anyone. But people who are just like that are small and they really don't know any better. And for the people who are an adult, like, come on, you should know by now. You see, the children and the teenagers have a past of not knowing the gospel truly because of how they were raised. And some adults do too, depending on, how far they've gotten in life. But and when I say it depends on how far they've gotten in life, it just means that, how much of the gospel was given to them in order for them to know what was righteous and what wasn't righteous. But if you can feed yourself because you need to survive, you know right from wrong. If you know what makes people cry, you know right from wrong. Sadly, some people feel or felt, because now Jesus is here, the truth is coming out a lot. Sadly, because people were so used to not caring how people felt, it's almost like they don't expect anyone to have any feelings about the way that they feel would hurt them if they were to say something about them or do something a certain way or take away something from them, because of their mentality. But just to let you know, every person that you talk to on your phone, every video that you watch on YouTube, and hear me out, everything that you look at that you find entertaining, either it's with guns or if it's with just causing violence, anything that you watch, you think that the internet is just the internet. That shows what you're really into, and it allows people to not only know what you like, but Jesus can see through the technology just like he can see outside of the technology, because he created everything. And in Egypt, there was a lot of technology and a lot of magic. They were so advanced with technology than we are today that we aren't even ready to go that far because we're still on phones. We're talking about technology where people can move up out of the screen like that type. They were in magic, that type. So we aren't ready for that yet. So we're still on cell phones, and some people are just now getting to cell phones. But the whole point is we need to all know the gospel so that we can know how to treat each other. Because if we knew how to treat each other, there wouldn't be any Tyson Chicken Farm Company or any meat plants that slaughtering and killing animals so that we can eat. There wouldn't be any doctor bills because we all have good health and we wouldn't need any doctor bills to take care of our bodies. There wouldn't be any prisons or jails because we will all know how to treat each other. No one would be robbing and stealing because they feel like they don't have enough money and they need to hurry up and find a way to get the money the quickest way to live and survive, because the Confederate system would no longer be limiting us from wasting our years in school having to pay for it when it's free education, or taxing us for money on our paychecks when we've already worked for it, but we now have to pay taxes on it. And then when taxes get here, we have to pay taxes over top of that. That is enslavement. And Jesus is here to take away the whole Confederate system out. The whole thing. So what I'm really, really trying to do, and what I am doing, is informing you all. And as you can see, some people have the gospel and they can share the gospel, but they aren't even monetized on YouTube yet. But see, that's the problem with YouTube. They want you to post for free, post for free, post for free, post for free. But what about giving that person something that God had already promised them? He said, it's yours. You need that attention. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to post because I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. I would get my monetization. I would be subscriber. I would be subscribed to many people, from many people, and I will be able to reach the audience that I truly want. My Instagram account has people who are also being influenced by it as well, because I am providing the gospel and getting people to understand this is the time right now to know who God is, to know who Jesus is. And you have to ask yourself, what does God mean to you? What does Jesus mean to you? And be truly honest with yourself. And once you're truly honest with yourself, then if you have any questions, someone will be able to help you and give you an answer to your question. And you'll be able to feel a whole lot better about yourself, because you will no longer feel lost, because God is not the author of confusion, and He does not want you to be lost about anything. So that is my reason for sharing this video. So anything that you do, if you enjoy picking on people, if you enjoy, you know, trying to find out information about someone else so you can go over here and tell someone about something about them, and they've never even bothered you, they've never even done anything disrespectful to you, and you just enjoy harming people for no reason, there's always a reason. But if you just enjoy harming people and they haven't harmed you, or if you just like to harm people in general, if you have a desire to harm people and do bad things, just know the reason why you have that desire is because of the Confederate system. The Confederate system didn't just want to give you what God promised you. You had to work for it. But God already gave it to you because you knew the gospel. So now you have to engage in other activities to feel like you are surviving and taking back what God has promised you. That's the reason why people are upset about the Confederate system. That's the reason why the Confederate system is coming down. That's the reason why. So if you realize that, when you realize that, then you will realize that you are already saved, because Jesus already died on the cross for your sins, and you no longer have to go out there and do all that harmful stuff because you're already saved. That's what the Confederate system needed to realize. We are already saved. We don't have to engage in all this extra type of stuff. We just need to share the gospel, and it will heal someone. But what are all these distractions for stopping people from just sharing the gospel and getting the attention from the people that needs it? The Confederate system. See, I can share the gospel all day and reach thousands of people. But if I'm not monetized yet, who is it reaching? The certain amount of people that only YouTube allow you to be reached with. They only allow you to be a certain people to see your profile. That is the Confederate system that is hindering some people from succeeding or moving faster. You see, we need people to be saved now, not when they get 1,000 subscribers. Not when they get 100 subscribers. That's a Confederate system. So that's what I'm saying. So I want you all to know that. So, trying to hide who you truly are, may not be who you truly are, because the Confederate system has made you used to engaging in things, and then now you consider that's your real self. Your real self is what the gospel says that you are. That's your real self. And once someone is influenced by that everywhere, just like the Confederate system advertised eating animals, or they advertise cigarettes or alcohol, or they advertise, sex and things like that, instead of advertising the gospel and get people encouraged and inspired, you see, that's the difference. See, God already knows who you truly are. You don't have to hide from anyone. So that's my reason for saying you have to understand that this is what's happening right now. This is what's happening. You have to truly understand that. And you really can't hide. You can run, but you really can't hide. And some people can't run really far, very far, because it's in the middle of a pandemic. So you can go out there and travel and, do that in the third, but it's still revelations that's happening right now. So everything that's Confederate is being taken down, and everything new is going to be reinvented, and it's coming into the system, to this world. The old system is leaving. God's system is coming. God's system is already here. See you guys later.